how to take down the pro-Palestinian mob and their ideology. From the river to the sea, now you are a deportee. Thank you, Donald Trump. Leftists and Islamists love their little nursery rhymes. Give them a far better one. We're in a bumper sticker world, baby, where first impressions are made in 10 seconds, and in the digital media age, the average attention span is 7 seconds long. If you can't sum up your arguments in 1 to 2 sentences, don't bother. You take them down like an apex predator, like something at the top of the food chain, a great white shark with their mouth open and one big bite. Imagine protesting for an imaginary people and country called Palestine. Make them name the founder of the mythical Palestinians. Give us the year. Laugh at their ridiculous answers. Palestine was an area of land, never a country. Their founder was in 1964 by Yasser Arafat and the KGB. That's it. That's all. From there, go ahead and take them down by making them name not only the founder of the mythical Palestinians. How are they protesting for a mythical people, for a genocide that's never taken place as their population skyrockets, and also to divest from the only non-apartheid country in the Middle East? Well, every other Arab country is nothing more than a family-run crime syndicate that does nothing but suppress their people. Leftists love this ridiculous idea of victims and oppressors. Make them give you the full list of victims and oppressors for the first time ever. Laugh at they won't even know what to say. They'll be tripping over themselves, over their own tongues. They won't even know what to say. Tell them, hey, is Islam a victim or oppressor? Women with less rights than dogs have in the U.S., the West, and Israel. Is Islam a victim or oppressor? Gays who are hanged in Gaza or thrown off a roof, and in the rest of the Muslim world, if they're not hanged, well, they're thrown in jail like they are in the Palestinian Authority. Does that make Islam a victim or oppressor? Which are gays? Are they a victim or oppressor there? Mention women with less rights than dogs have in the U.S., the West, and Israel. How about the fact that the Arab countries are the kings of black slavery? That's right. There were 300,000 black slaves that went to all of North America combined. Meantime, 1.25 million to 1.5 million white Europeans were enslaved in Africa, 5 times as many, and the punchline, between 20 and 25 million, probably even more than that. Some sources say 28 million blacks enslaved in the Arab world. Do you know why there's so few blacks in the Arab world? Because those poor black men were castrated on the way there and had a life expectancy that could be measured in months. So are those blacks, are they victims or oppressors? Go ahead and use the juvenile delinquent language of the left and wrap it around their head. Sum up these arguments in 1 to 2 sentences. And never put up with the cry bullying from the left. Islamists and Palestinians, you will never get anything more than cry bullying. Take them down in a big bite. Say something that doesn't involve your cry bullying, which is classic criminal behavior, by the way. Attack, and pretend you're the victim. Not all Muslims, plenty of good Muslims. There's no such good thing as good Islamists. Their record speaks for themselves. The next thing they'll be saying is, well, we have almost as many Jews in this country as in the U.S. as we do Muslims. Why aren't Muslims getting the same credit and the same don't they have the same clout as Jews? Well, because Jews in Israel build the world, Islam destroys. It has been nothing but murder and misery. Take them down. Name one good thing that has come from the Islamists to the human race. Pretty much nothing. And don't buy into the BS golden age of Islam. Those were the people that the Muslims conquered, and any inventions were long before Islam. Also, put it all into one sentence. Name one good reason why we should be allowing Islam into far superior Western countries. I asked Muslims this online, and they can't even give you an answer. It's so laughable. Something's very wrong when Jews lead the world in every field, but they're having to run around with hanging their heads down, and always, if you see them on social media, always with self-doubt and self-criticism. And the Islamists who lead the world in misery are running around acting like they should be telling us how to run our far superior Western countries. No, thank you. Come up with good reasons why we should even let this take place. You can't come up with one good reason. Let's go on to some other things too. I would love to see the leftists have to give their full list of victims and oppressors. They wouldn't even know what to say. It would be so laughable. Make them work for the first time ever. You don't explain, you make your adversary explain. You don't answer questions, you turn it back on them in 1 to 2 sentences and make them answer questions. They will fall on their face. Next thing is, hey, if all you people were so concerned about the Palestinians, why and this supposed loss of life of women and children, why haven't you been in the streets demanding that Hamas let the women and children of Gaza into the tunnels? Oh, because you couldn't care less about them. That's why. And by the way, the answer to all this is going to be Donald Trump's, I call it the return to sender plan. If you look at the last names of everyone in the Palestinian territories, they're all from places like Egypt and Jordan, Lebanon and Saudi Arabia. Return them to their Arab countries and have the place turned into the new Riviera. Now, you will hear things from the Palestinian supporters when you ask them basic questions like name the founder of the mythical Palestinians, the year. They'll have to deflect and say, well, name the founder of Israel before Ben Gurion, King David, King Solomon, King Herod, all documented by the Roman Empire. Now answer the question. They can't even begin to answer. You embarrass them nonstop. This, unfortunately, is kill or be killed verbally. You never need to get violent. You verbally take them down in one big bite. The next thing that needs to be done is $6 billion of bought off top American universities in Arab oil terrorist dollars. Where's the investigation into how much is bought off totally corrupt world media and social media? Why hasn't this been investigated nonstop? This are the kinds of things that needs to be done right away. So, leftists love their nursery rhymes, like I mentioned. Let's give them another one. Crapidemia, where the teachers and professors are nothing but the oppressors. How else could it be when you got kids out there demonstrating for a fictional people called Palestinians, for a genocide which has never taken place as the population skyrockets in Gaza, and to divest from the only non-racist apartheid country in all of the Middle East. Israel, 20% Arab Muslims, and the happiest Muslims and the highest amount of rights of any Muslims in the Middle East. Sorry, Muslims, but Israel does benefits from Muslims far better than Islam could ever do. I know it sucks. You might want to start learning from people who basically help move the world forward as opposed to people who just destroy civilization.